Sorghum bicolor, commonly called sorghum and also known as durra, jowari, or milo, is a grass species cultivated for its grain, which is used for food, both for animals and humans, and for ethanol production. Sorghum originated in northern Africa, and is now cultivated widely in tropical and subtropical regions. Sorghum is the world's fifth most important cereal crop after rice, wheat, maize and barley. Bicolor is typically annual, but some cultivars are perennial. It grows in clumps that may reach over 4 m high. The grain is small, ranging from 3 to 4 mm in diameter. Sweet sorghums are sorghum cultivars that are primarily grown for foliage, syrup production, and ethanol. They are taller than those grown for grain. Bicolor is the cultivated species of sorghum. Its wild relatives make up the botanical genus Sorghum Cultivation. The leading producers of sorghum bicolor in 2011 were Nigeria, India, Mexico and the United States. Sorghum grows in a wide range of temperature, high altitudes, toxic soils and can recover growth after some drought. It has 4 features that make it one of the most drought-resistant crops. It has a very large root-to-leaf surface area ratio. In times of drought, it will roll its leaves to lessen water loss by transpiration. If drought continues, it will go into dormancy rather than dying. Its leaves are protected by a waxy cuticle. Richard Pankhurst reports that in 19th century Ethiopia, durra was often the first crop sown on newly cultivated land, explaining that this cereal did not require the thorough plowing other crops did, and its roots not only decomposed into a good fertilizer, but they also helped to break up the soil while not exhausting the subsoil. Uses. Sorghum is cultivated in many parts of the world today. In the past 50 years, the area planted with sorghum worldwide had increased 66%. In many parts of Asia and Africa, its grain is used to make flatbreads that form the staple food of many cultures. The grains can also be popped in a similar fashion to popcorn. The species can be used as a source for making ethanol fuel, and in some environments may be better than maize or sugarcane, as it can grow under harsher conditions. It typically has protein levels of around 9%, enabling dependent human populations to subsist on it in times of famine, in contrast to regions where maize has become the staple crop. It is also used for making a traditional corn broom. The reclaimed stalks of the sorghum plant are used to make a decorative millwork material marketed as kyre board. Sweet sorghum syrup is known as molasses in some parts of the U.S., although it is not true molasses. In China, sorghum is known as jialiang, and is fermented and distilled to produce one form of clear spirits known as baijiu, unregistered trademark 1/2 of which the most famous is Maotai. Sorghum was ground and the flour was the main alternative to wheat in northern China for a long time. In India, where it is commonly called jowari, jowar, jola, or Untitled, sorghum is one of the staple sources of nutrition. An Indian bread, jowar roti or jalada roti, is prepared from this grain. In some countries, sweet sorghum stalks are used for producing biofuel by squeezing the juice and then fermenting it into ethanol. Texas A&M University in the United States is currently running trials to find the best varieties for ethanol production from sorghum leaves and stalks in the USA. In Korea, it is cooked with rice, or its flour is used to make cake called sisubukumi. In Australia, South America, and the United States, sorghum grain is used primarily for livestock feed and in a growing number of ethanol plants. Sorghum is one of a number of grains used as wheat substitutes in gluten-free recipes and products. Agricultural uses, it is used in feed and pasturage for livestock. Its use is limited, however, because the starch and protein in sorghum is more difficult for animals to digest than the starches and protein in corn. Research is being done to find a process that will pre-digest the grain. One study on cattle showed that steam-flaked sorghum was preferable to dry-rolled sorghum because it improved daily weight gain. In hogs, sorghum has been shown to be a more efficient feed choice than corn when both grains were processed in the same way. The introduction of improved varieties, along with improved management practices, has helped to increase sorghum productivity. In India, It is estimated that productivity increases have freed up 6 million hectares of land. The International Crops Research Institute for the Semi-Arid Tropics in collaboration with partners produces improved varieties of crops including sorghum. Some 194 improved cultivars of sorghum from the institute have been released. Research is being conducted to develop a genetic cross that will make the plant more tolerant to colder temperatures and to unravel the drought tolerance mechanisms, since it is native to tropical climates in the United States. This is important because the cost of corn is steadily increasing due to its usage in ethanol production for addition to gasoline. Sorghum silage can be used as a replacement of corn silage in the diet for dairy cattle. Other research has shown that a timely harvest of sorghum is essential for a safe feed product. The plants need to be harvested during the time when the plant's total moisture content is between 63 and 68%, to prevent lodging. Approximately, this is when the grain reaches the soft dough stage. More research has found that sorghum has higher nutritional value compared to corn when feeding dairy cattle. And the type of processing is also essential in harvesting the grain's maximum nutrition. Feeding steam-flaked sorghum showed an increase in milk production when compared to dry rolling. When a grain is steam-flaked, it is cooked slightly. This makes certain nutrients more available to be digested. Genome: the genome of sorghum bicolor was sequenced between 2005 and 2007. Parasite: sorghum is a host of the parasitic plant Stragoherm unthica. This parasite is a devastating pest on the crop. See also, 3-deoxyanthocyanidin, apigenanidin, commercial sorghum, list of antioxidants in food. Notes. External links: Crop Wild Relatives Inventory, reliable information source on where and what to conserve ex situ, regarding sorghum genipool, taxon, sorghum bicolor Moench subsp. Bicolor, information from National Plant Germplasm System GRIN. Germplasm Resources Information Network, GRIN Taxonomy for Plants. Beltsville area, USA, United States Department of Agriculture Agricultural Research Service March 5, 2008. Retrieved December 12, 2008. Sorghum bicolor in West African plants, a photo guide.